Guys, welcome to my stream. As ever, if you can just let me know in the comments if it's working all okay. Hope you all had a great week. What did you get up to this week? Excuse my massively massive hair for the day. I was a little bit out on the randan last night, so don't know how long the stream will last, don't know how long my energy will last, but I just wanted to have a wee stream with you all. So who have we got in the chat already? We have Bonkers About Alice, good to see you. As ever, the ever lovely Magdalena is here, good to see you too. And hello there, Michael, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Magdalene's all good. That's great to hear. And here comes Mia for her visit. They're very cuddly today. I had to take them on a wee adventure. We went on a trip in a bus, and I thought they would like it, but to start with, they were a bit freaked out. And then they discovered that men kept getting on and off, and Mia rather likes men. She does. Strange men especially. It's an embarrassment. Right, so if you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm Pam Duthie. I'm here to craft your career with here is a twitching each time I'm speaking. I'm here to craft your career with creative marketing and artistic inspiration. And oh, we've got Sandra here. Hi there. And oh, darling Mia, she is. She's a wee love. A bit crazy, but yeah. One of the very few live streaming dogs. Yeah, totally lost track of what I was saying there. I'm so easily distracted. Yeah, so today I want to have a wee talk about the Philip DeFranco thing. We'll get into that in a wee bit because it's so relevant, not just to YouTube. He's a YouTuber. I'll tell you about him properly in a second. But also it's to every single social media platform that's out there. What he's saying and stuff to do that with that is relevant to all of us. Just want to share with you something completely random. I don't know if you guys get this in your country, but I just picked this up. Am I getting it in camera? I just saw this in the supermarket and had to pick it up. And yes, not sponsored by Coke. You can tell by the wee look on my face. But they're bringing out other flavours, and this is exotic mango. So today's stream is going to be sponsored by not sponsored. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean that. I bought it myself. Today's YouTube live stream is going to be run on by Exotic Mango Coke. So I'm just going to give this a wee try. It kind of smells mango-y. That's weird. Tastes more of Coke than anything else. Kind of slightly gone off Coke. We'll have to send some of that down to Drew and he can make a concoction with that. That's British cook Drew when he's feeling better and ready to do his live streams again. Right, so let's get over and get started on this Philip DeFranco thing. So if you guys aren't aware of him, Philip DeFranco is a YouTuber. He has been since nearly the beginning of YouTube, and he does a daily weekday kind of news and reviews type show, and he's got a great style. He's a great guy, and I tend to follow him quite a bit. I will let's pop up his link here if it will let me. If you haven't seen him, I'd go and check him out. He's kind of handy. It's mainly American, but he covers a bit of the rest of the world news, and it's handy to get a wee bit of news with a bit of humour there. But every now and again he puts up a video kind of complaining about things a bit, and I get it that the platform changes and everything. Now his latest video, this one here, tired, frustrated, but also a bit Sharon, is that wine in the tumbler? Oh, I wish that was wine. That would be so nice. This is, as I was just saying, this is Exotic Mango Diet Coke. I don't think I'll be getting it again, but it will keep me going. So Philip's tired, frustrated, but all a bit excited video. It's kind of interesting in how it's related to this. Let's go back to my big old face. It's important in how it's related to social media. What he is doing is he's having a complaint that things are changed and his videos aren't getting the views that they once did, that he thinks they should. And he thinks there's some kind of suppression bot in place. Now, I doubt that such a thing exists, but I wanted to point this out for people who are selling on Etsy or on any other platform. If you're only on the one platform, what happens when things change and a few people complain about it, then you feel that it's only this platform that's doing it to you. It's a terrible thing and everyone's up in arms and complaining. But actually, every single platform has that. As you'll see, every now and again videos come up on YouTube of people saying that things have changed and their videos are dying away. I have to be honest, at the minute in time, a lot of my older videos, my views have seriously dipped in my older videos, and that just happens. Sites make changes. It's exactly the same. Those of us who have been around long enough on Facebook will know that there has been massive changes on Facebook over the years. When Facebook first started, basically just about every single post that your friends put up appeared in chronological order down your feed. And then over time, they've worked on algorithms and things to. Is that Mia done with her shot? They've worked on changes in algorithms to try and show us the most relevant posts. So on your Facebook feed, you'll get from people you're following more than people that you're not. You'll get from people you interact with more. And as Facebook is a business and is trying to get a bit of money, business pages and stuff, they used to get the exact same attention as your friend feed. So if a business page you were following put up a post, then you would see it on your feed. But now, pretty much, you don't see quite so much unless people pay for it. So Facebook has changed like that, and it has to do it to keep it the kind of platform that has you engaged all the time. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that sometimes we miss things that we'd like to see, but at the same time, they have to do it to get the most interaction, so people keep coming back and seeing the things that they want to see. What Sharon's saying, oh, they have them in Canada, you like the ginger ones. I haven't found, I know they brought out a ginger one, I think it was last summer, and I haven't found it yet. I do really like ginger, so I'm looking to find that. There's some more citrus ones that are really nice. I like lime and lemon. It just tastes like you've put a slice of lime and lemon in it. Right. So the Philip DeFranco thing. So he's saying that he believes there's a suppression bot because sometimes his subscribers are telling him that they're not seeing his video on their feed for that day. And yes, if you subscribe to someone and you ring the bell to say that you want notified, that the bell's a relatively new thing. You used to subscribe to someone and that was it, and it was like the Facebook thing, it was like friending them, and on your feed you would get to see everyone you'd subscribe to. But some people subscribe to like millions and millions of different people, and we don't watch everyone that we subscribe to, so they had to change that up, and then they gave us the bell notification, which is kind of a little bit like following really on Facebook. So if you ring the bell, you're supposed to get informed on every time they upload and things. But I suspect over time, as people have got wise to that, obviously people are understanding that's what you need to do. I believe that they can't show it out to everybody, so it's going to be getting a little bit less. And what sort of happens with how things work on YouTube, when you release a video, it's going to show out to your subscribers that have rung the bell, or a proportion of them. It's going to get shown out first of all in the feed of a certain number of subscribers. And then if that does really well, if all of them click on that and watch it, it has a high rate of people wanting to watch it, then it gets shown to more of your subscribers. And if that does really well, it gets shown to more of your subscribers. So I don't necessarily think that Philip DeFranco is having a suppression bot necessarily. It's just that as it happens, on any kind of social media, when you put up something, it doesn't necessarily appeal to everybody. There might be a quieter day when people just aren't on the internet so much, or it might be that a subject just isn't so interesting to people. So if less of your initial group that are shown this post, if less of them click in the first place, then YouTube's not going to push it so heavily, so you'll drive less traffic. And that is so similar in things like Etsy as well. People sort of rest on their laurels. They think, oh, I get this many views, I get this many sales every single day. But what can happen is, if for some reason your item goes out of fashion, people are clicking on it less, people are buying it less, or if basically someone else comes along that's better than you, if that front page has you in it with a bit of a meh, outdated 5-year-old picture, and someone else has a fantastic all singing or dancing picture next to you and maybe a cheaper price, then you're going to lose the clicks to them. And if you lose the clicks to them, then your item might drop away from the front page. And if your item drops away from the front page, then it's like sales just switch off. So it's not necessarily the platform. The platform isn't out to get you. It's not out to switch off your shop or your channel. These things just happen. And they have to do it. YouTube's job is to make sure that it gets as many views as possible. And to do that, it needs to show people videos that they're likely to click on. If you go to your homepage when you're logged in, if you do that after this, you go to your homepage, you'll see videos that YouTube thinks you want to watch. And if it's got it right, you might see something and go, oh, I want to click on that. And so it has to try and select things that from your past behaviour you might be more likely to click on. So if you haven't interacted with someone or a type of thing very much, then it's possible that that will fall away a wee bit. Exactly the same on Etsy. If people haven't been buying from your shop or seeing your shop, then you're going to start falling away. And that's what happens, because the search engine in Etsy is to drive the most money for Etsy. The search engine in YouTube is to drive the most views for YouTube. It's the same for all of these. Sharon, does it know who watches and therefore the people watching are getting the next post? Yes. Your homepage on YouTube is very specific to you. If you actually open up YouTube in an incognito, words again, in an incognito tab, which means it's not using your information, then you'll see something different. And the search, even if you search for something, search for a term in your normal tab on YouTube, and then search for it in an incognito tab, and the search results will come back different, because it's based on what you've watched before, and that gives it a predictor of what you might watch in the future. And also, all these things get so clever. It's like the idea where, like, if you look at something and then that's the kind of adverts that Facebook starts sending you because it knows you're interested in a certain thing. So not only that, but if you watch certain types of videos and you really like them, it can also look and go, oh, well, this other person liked all of these videos and also liked this one, so we'll try these with this person, with this other person. So this is how it gets ideas for sort of groupings that, like, people who like things like this might also like things like this, so they try you with different things. That's why you can get things pop up on your feed and you're like, wow, I've never heard of that before. But it's learning all the time. The artificial intelligence has to offer up things and then go, oh no, that didn't work, views are dropping, or that worked great, views are up. And like any of these things, unfortunately, if your video, if your item doesn't get the attention that it once did or that someone else did, then you're going to fall off the map. And that's not a kind of suppression bot, it's the other way round. It's the other person's getting boosted because they're better than you, unfortunately. So on Facebook, on Etsy, on YouTube, on Pinterest, anywhere, just the the things that you like, engage with them, talk about them, share them with your friends, like them, comment on them, and you're more likely to see stuff of the things that you like. Sharon, Pinterest sends you notifications all the time. Yeah, I think I've turned off most of the notifications on Pinterest because it does get a bit much sometimes. But yeah, Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't think I've got Snapchat. I probably have. All these things, they're still trying to learn with the notifications on everything. So you don't, like Pinterest, if you're following 1,000 different boards, you don't get to know every single time. You get to know more focused ones, and your home stream, that again is based on things that you're going to like as well. Excuse me. But the second part of this, oh, that, yeah, that is really weird. A bit of mango in with Coke, and I love mango. Right. The second part of this thing with Philip DeFranco, though, is he's not daft. I think he knows how this algorithm works. And I get it that sometimes there's changes made that don't work. YouTube has to experiment. So sometimes it will make changes that don't work. So he's right to bring that up, and he does take it to YouTube, and usually they fix it for him. But I think he's being a little bit clever here. I think putting up these kind of negative posts actually drives a little bit more engagement for him. It's a bit of a marketing ploy because you've got, look, I'm talking about it just now. I have seen lots of people make video responses to this, comment on it. It's been shared all over the place. And that's the thing, is human nature is terrible, but if we kind of like something, we smile and move on. If we're a bit annoyed about something, or scared about something, or confused about something, that's where we'll get more engagement. So if you make a kind of negative video, then it's more likely to drive that kind of engagement. So it's almost, it starts to build a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy that you'll see in the Etsy forums and things, and on the Facebook pages, someone will say something like, someone will put up, oh, is Etsy dying? Or my sales are down, and everyone else will go, oh, mine are down too, and mine are down, and 200 people in a space of a second will all say, oh yeah, it's totally terrible. And it will share it, and everyone will talk about it, and it feels like something terrible is happening, when in actual fact, all the time, some people's sales are up, some people's are down. And the actual platform of Etsy itself, and YouTube, all these platforms are actually still growing, but it starts to feel like they're dying off because people share these things. I've tried it in the Etsy forums several times. I'll put up a thread just saying something along the lines of, whose sales are up, who's doing great. Now, the platform itself is doing great. People are getting an amazing amount of sales. But if you put up a post saying that, you'll get about 2 people saying it's going great. You'll get about 20 people saying it's going terrible. And you'll get a load of people having a go at you, putting hate on you for bragging. And this is the funny thing. It's okay to say everything's going terrible, but if you say things are going well, then you're not being sympathetic for people who are doing badly and all these things. Whereas I see, if we all sit around talking about how terrible it is, then it's going to happen that it's going to get more terrible because everyone's going to get disheartened. Not saying that things don't get bad, but if you see what I mean, we're all sharing, we're all talking about how terrible it is. And I've done, occasionally I'll put up a post, I'm a bit naughty, I'll put up a post and I'll go, whose sales are doing terrible, or my sales have just tanked or something, and then in the body of it, once people have clicked onto it, I'll put something along the lines of, I'm sorry if people are feeling that, but who's doing great. And I get pages more engagement on that kind of negative thing than I just the title being negative than I do on a post with the title being positive. Panda Puppets, you have 12 of 16 suggested videos in my feed. 3 Columbo and a football video. I've been watching Columbo videos, and apparently YouTube thinks I might like soccer. That's awesome. Oh, I love Columbo. Actually, he's my granddad, my mum's dad, was very like Columbo, everyone used to say, but I love Columbo. That used to be my Sunday afternoon sort of guilty pleasure. That and Murder, She Wrote. I do love them. You have a terrible connection and very far behind. That's cool, Panda. I totally understand, but great to see you here anyway. Right. So yeah, using this negative thing, and I'm afraid that I'm guilty of it now and again, just because, right, I prefer to have a positive message. If something's wrong, absolutely we need to try and fix it. And I get lots of people coming to me, and it's really great, and they're saying, my sales are down. Why are my sales down? And we can look into this, that's the right attitude. What can we do to fix this? Rather than sit in a little group and all cry into each other's handkerchiefs and say, it's terrible, Eatsy's doing terrible for us. We say, my sales are down, what can I do about it? But to be able to get that message out, every now and again, you'll probably have noticed, I throw out a video that sounds terrible, that sounds negative, of is Etsy dying, the secret to getting lots more sales and everything. Every now and again I throw out a video like that, and it does a lot better. I know it's going to do a lot better because people click on it. Is Etsy dying? Oh no, I've got to click on this. Not I improved my shop by 1,000%. People will just be like, nope, don't want to hear that. That's someone bragging. That's nothing to do with me. But if I put up a video, the site's crashing, everything's terrible, then everyone clicks on it. And I can get more views that way, and thankfully people kind of like it, but that's very much the horrible human nature. So very much on YouTube and on Facebook and everywhere else, but I'm trying to start to challenge myself, and I'm starting in a terrible way by talking about this negative Philip DeFranco thing, but I'm trying to challenge myself to share, to like, to comment on positive messages, good things, helpful things, rather than just share the bad, share what you're outraged by. So I just wanted to share that because I think that's something very much that is happening on every platform, but the Philip DeFranco thing just showed it out to me a bit more. I think literally he knew he was taking a week off, and so he put this video out to try and get a bit of extra views. Looking into his stats, he really isn't significantly down on normal. So I'm not saying he was trying to con people, but he's possibly seen a little dip, but it's not really all that much. Sandra loves Murder, She Wrote as well. And Sharon's, are you calling us pearl clutchers? No, they're my guilty secrets. Anyway, I hope that made sense to you all. Anyway, I just want to, so that everyone isn't panicking on every single platform and going, it's terrible. This is just how things work. And rather than, I'm supposed to be trying to finish this up, but I've just another stream of consciousness. Rather than think of when things drop that you're being suppressed, think of when things are high that you're being pushed forward. The native state of any platform is not to be being pushed forward. No, there's big guns out there. There's a lot of competition. So people getting to the top, people being to the first page of search, all these things, this is not natural. This isn't something we should expect. Not even Philip DeFranco. We don't deserve the front page. So rather than look at it as something bad's happening, they've taken this away from us, when we're on the front page, this is make hay when the sun shines. This is, for some reason, this platform is pushing us, and it's fantastic, and we're going to make the most of it while we've got it. So I hope that makes sense to you all. Now I'm going to do a little something different. Let's grab my screen. Hopefully there's nothing dodgy on it. Only joking. So it was, I believe, Doug Houston. In his live stream, he's been doing a what's in my subscriptions tab. He's even got a piece of flashy music for it. But I just want to pop you into what I'm looking at in my subscriptions, and you never know, there might be some cool things that you guys are interested in there. So 2 lives that I'm missing straight away. Sharon, people that overreact to so-called bad news. Ah, yes, totally understand what you mean. Yes, the pill clutchers. Yes, I hadn't heard that, but that makes sense. Yeah, people that overreact to so-called bad news. Yeah, we're all like that. Unfortunately, it's human nature. Right. So these are on my subscription tab. These are the people that I'm subscribed to. So first of all, we have Nick Nimmin. If anyone is doing anything in YouTube, I totally recommend checking him out. He's a great guy. He's built, I think I've been following him since he had less than 5,000 subscribers, and he's now over a couple of 100,000, or I think he's just heading up for 200,000. But he shows you how to grow a YouTube channel, and there's been lots of great editing advice as well. He totally helped me out there. Oh, I can get my doodle pen. I forget about that. Right. So Nick Nimmin, check him out. And at the same time, we've got Rodney. Rodney's been in this stream before. Rodney's a good guy. He's also doing YouTube growing, but a lot of tech and stuff as well, which is useful. Cameras, microphones, all sorts of things like that. So if you're interested in that, don't forget, check out Rodney B. Hunt. I have no idea why I've still got BuzzFeed on my feed. I think for some reason, I think I subscribed to them to get rid of them off my homepage. Random. We have here, oh, I haven't seen this one yet. Awesome. D. Nimmin is Nick Nimmin's brother. They both live out in Thailand, is it? I'm making that up. Dee's just started his channel on how to make a YouTube channel on mobile phones, but there's a lot of good info there as well for even if you've got a shop or your Pinterest or anything else, just about phone apps, you know, how to edit photographs on your phone, how to take good pictures on your phone. Lots of useful stuff that way. Casey Neistat, hopefully goes without saying, he's awesome. We've got Justin Brown. Let's look. Oh, excuse me, I'm like that. This Diet Coke stuff. Sorry about that. Drew, British cook. We know him. He's been in here. Unfortunately, he's not feeling so great just now, so no live stream from him this week. But hopefully, again next week. Oh, I'll tell you that when we get to that. We have the wonderful Wendy Valencia. A lot of these people are in the Brian G. Johnson's Tube Ritual Facebook group. So it's a wee community we've got. Again, if you're for building YouTube channels, Brian G. Johnson's the man. That great little community, and we're all a whole load of friends together. It's great fun, and I've learnt so much. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. But Wendy is fantastic. She's a lovely lady, and she uses, I hadn't heard of this guy before her, but it's the Dave Ramsey financial planning type thing, budgeting. And I think she manages to make 3 really interesting videos a week on how she's, oh, sneeze coming now, on how she's budgeting and using his plan. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, yeah. Spring comes along and suddenly I'm allergic to the world. Panda, yeah, Thailand, I got it right. Joanne Plans, hello, I'm new to your stream. Welcome, Joanne, good to have you here. Oh, excuse me. If you haven't, well, if you haven't been here before. So I'm Pam Duffy. I'm here to help you craft your career with creative marketing and artistic inspiration, which means I tend to, what have we got? Mondays we have Etsy tips if you're looking to sell on Etsy. Wednesday is supplies, equipment and technique reviews, mainly for needle felting. And Thursday is your artistic inspiration with needle felting tutorials. And today is our live stream where we just had a wee talk about Philip DeFranco, and now I'm just showing us all what's in my subscription feed, because, well, you're on YouTube and it's really cool to see lots of different people as well. What I've loved since I started doing YouTube is now I'm getting to meet all these smaller creators. When you just start out on YouTube, you know, when you just start looking, you tend to only get to see the big guys. But it's so cool to get to know a little channel when they just start out with 20-30 subscribers and be one of their first subscribers and get to know them and stuff over time. And Panda are subscribed to about the same people as me, and again that is because we're in the same kind of community. We've got to know these people as friends through live streams. I mean, Magdalena, Panda's Puppets, and myself, I think we seem to be a bit like live stream junkies. I hated live streams when they first came out. I think it was because, again, watching only the big people, and you put a comment and poof, it's away in a puff of 200 comments. Whereas this means I can talk to you all. And Joanne, you love supporting smaller channels. Awesome. So perfect place to be. I will try and I like to try and sort of introduce people to my friends on YouTube as well, because there's so much good. And like I say, I started watching Nick when he was, I'm going to say tiny, 5,000 subscribers. I would love 5,000 subscribers. But I watched him from there and he's just taken off ever since. We have got Lily Tree, if you guys haven't seen her. Very awesome, like wire wrapped jewelry tutorials. I would love, I'm going to have a go at some of her tutorials at some point, but I love watching them. Alan Spicer, again, if you're doing YouTube, he has a successful older channel, the Harry Brit channel, where he talks about news and reviews and stuff in a bit of a comedic fashion. But he started up a YouTube tricks and tips channel. So he's growing himself this channel and explaining how he's doing it and everything, which is cool. Joanne has a small channel as well, just hit 16k mark. That is not a small channel then, that is awesome. But yeah, I'll make sure and check you out once we're done here. And yeah, responding to all your comments and chatting is so important, because I think it's the community that makes this not television. Well, it's the lack of professionalism as well, but it's the community in that we can chat to each other. Like, I watched something on telly, and if you were so driven, you could write a strongly worded email to Radio Times or something, but you can't connect directly. Like, if someone puts up a YouTube video, you can immediately type on it and many of them will get straight back to you. Or these live streams where you can, you know, I won't say exactly totally live, because I do seem to have a bit of a lag here, but you can get to chat to people. You can actually ask questions and answers directly. And Joanne, are you with have you seen Brian G. Johnson? Are you in his community there? I find that's been the best for growing. I literally would not be running this channel without him. I would still be just posting up pictures of my dogs. Yes, Joanne, I'm in Paisley, just beside Glasgow in Scotland. Still part of the UK. Wendy, hi there, how are you doing? Love that about your videos. Now I have to go back in my head to where the delay is. Do you mean you love the lack of professionalism about my videos? No, I'm sure you mean the community. again, Wendy is a good friend now from Pam Duthie's Felting Friends on Facebook. It's our little community, and it's great to be able to share what we're up to. What have we got here? Roberto Blake, The Simple Joys. Oh, yeah, you're kind of getting to see some of my guilty pleasures here as well. Sophia Nygaard. Just daft fashion things. It's... yeah, I shouldn't enjoy her channel, but I really do. She's hilarious. Betsy Boo is a dog training friend of mine. Yeah, I've known her online for many years, and for those of you that don't know, I sort of started off this channel as a dog training channel, so I still follow a lot of dog training people, so they'll be in my feed as well. I'm a little more eclectic. When other people put up what their subscribers are, it's like if they're growing a YouTube channel, then all their subscriptions are things like that, you know, or an artist or any following artists. I kind of follow all sorts of people. Joanne's visiting Scotland in a few weeks. Yay! Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you coming to? I hope the weather stays nice. It was something on my phone was telling me they're talking about snow again, so I hope not. We've had plenty snow for this year. Evan Carmichael, really good guy. Evan is over 1 million subscribers, and he still, I've been in live streams with him, and he responds, he takes the time to respond to everybody, and, you know, really cool, hardworking guy. But I'm gonna have to stop seeing BuzzFeed. I don't even watch these videos. Between Glasgow and Edinburgh, cool central belt, but that's the best, that you can get out and visit. You've got everything around you, so you could head up to the hills, head to Glencoe, get to the beaches or city breaks, anything you want there. What have we got? Oh, Morning Fame. Again, if anyone is... use the pen, use the clever pen. If anyone's doing YouTube type stuff, I can't recommend Morning Fame enough. Nico is an awesome guy who has made Morning Fame. It's a tool that helps you with reports of knowing how well your videos are doing, pulls together all the awesome stats and things just in a better way than you get them off of YouTube. But what he's got also now in the tool, once you can get free for a month, but then once you're on the paid subscription, he's got the keyword research tool, which is fantastic. Basically, logged in as your channel, you put in what you want, what you think you want the title of your video to be, and it gives you graphs telling you about the competition and everything, and what the you know, gives you an idea of what chances of you actually ranking for that title are, and then it helps you out with tags and all sorts of things. I'm gonna... right, this is very burpy juice. I'm terribly sorry. But also Nico's videos are fantastic for helping you, not just YouTube. It just helps, like, the light go off in the head when you're doing any kind of SEO for any kind of platform. Ashley Beauty, hello, another Scottish YouTuber. Whereabouts are you? And welcome to the stream. I don't think we've seen you here. Another channel to check out. Excellent. So whereabouts are you from? Okay, who else have we got? Gary and Casey, they're both pumping out loads of videos. Roberto Blake. Headbanger's Kitchen, a bit of another random one, but he's really cool. I'm doing the ketogenic, I won't say diet, I eat ketogenic most of the times, not today. I'm having a cheat day because of the slight being out last night and drinking Falling Down juice. But Headbanger's Kitchen has some really great recipes. So yeah, check him out. Cutting the caboose. My ability to speak's gone again. Danielle is fantastic, kind of lifestyle channel. She has lost a ridiculous amount of weight, so she's talking about exercise and weight loss, but also lots of other things. Really worth checking her out. She's great fun, and she's in Wales, I believe. It's lovely hearing that kind of southern accent on our screens, but she's a great person. Get back into the chat. It's going great. Wendy, I wish I knew you do dog training. We've been dealing with horrible dogs sitting all week. They try and eat me. Oh, Wendy. Well, if you need any help, give me a yell. One of my other jobs, this is something I plan to make a video on at some point about not having all your eggs in one basket, but I have several jobs, and one of them is I teach dog agility. But before I started doing that, I've spent a lot of time learning about dog behavioural stuff. I've been a member of lots of organisations and stuff based on dog behaviour. Really, I'm a bit of a geek. I love the science, so I geeked out, learned as much of the science as I possibly could. And it was mainly because when I got Mia to start with, she was just my foster dog, and she has a lot of issues. So I was trying to learn about all of them. We got thrown at the reason. Here we go. The reason I'm actually an agility instructor is we got thrown out of agility class for Mia being too bad. So I made my own class, and now it means, I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything, but it means I have my own totally secure yard. So if someone comes with a dog that has trouble like Mia, we can do one-to-one classes. We just shut all the gates, and the dog and the owner get a chance just to have fun without worrying, because I know what it's like when you've got a difficult dog. I mean, so many people, they just talk about how easy it is, just do this, this and this and it'll be fine, but they don't talk about just how horribly stressful it is. You love your dog and your dog's great, but on walks, when you're just dealing with this to start with, how you're scanning the horizon, you're tense the entire time, and it's so difficult. Ashley, where am I from? I'm Paisley. I'm Paisley, just by Glasgow. You're just back from Glasgow 2 minutes ago. You're from West Lothian. I was literally just in Glasgow this morning. I left my car in the city centre, so I had to go back and fetch it. Purposefully left my car, so I had to go back and fetch it. So we were probably like in Glasgow at the same time. And Joanne brought Ashley in. Awesome, thank you so much. Panda, morning fame is a great tool. You took the 30-day free trial and loved it. Can see using it in the future. Absolutely. I was in it in the beta with him, and Nico's got his own Facebook group as well. He's such a great person. Similar kind of geekiness, geeky level to me, in that he loves all the stats and figures and everything. I think this is tickling my throat. So of course I say, I think this is tickling my throat, and drink more of the thing that's tickling my throat to clear the tickle in my throat. A genius marketing Coke. Where have we got? Yeah, Panda. So yeah, keep an eye out for any deals Nico's got going or stuff. But actually, I think he's only about $4 or $5 a month. It's really quite reasonable. So it's definitely worth considering in the future. Wendy, your dog was badly abused and burns and scars everywhere, so that's the issue. He was faithful. That's totally understandable. Horribly sad, but totally understandable that he's going to have fear issues. It's such a difficult thing to deal with, but I would say the biggest thing is just having what you have there, having the empathy for the dog to say. So many people see fearful behaviours as bad and they try and tell the dog off for it. But if you can look in and say, well, do you know, that makes sense. Let's see what we can do to make you not fearful, instead of, no, this is bad behaviour, I want to stop it. So I don't want to go too much into dog training. I am planning, when I get the time, to do a dog training channel properly. But the part of the thing is, with most things, people try and deal with the reaction, the the thing that the dog does, and don't try and fix the root cause of why they do it. Okay, geek on. Um, Hi, Marion Prague again. Hi, Mary. Oh, sneezing like mad. What do they say here when you sneeze? Usually, bless you or Gesundheit. I think this. I don't know where that is, but bless you generally when you sneezing or stop it. Unfortunately, yeah, hay fever is a pain in the backside. And I'm going to be worse. That's another thing on this ketogenic diet where I'm not eating so many carbs. I found the whole of last summer I was so much better with my hay fever. But I know because I'm having a carb day, I'm going to be sniffing tomorrow. I might have to remember and take some antihistamines before bed. Sharon has a rescue who's very anxious and aggressive towards other dogs and people. Yeah, that's really tough. It is. And with a rescue, you don't necessarily know what's happened to them, but just I think again with you knowing that the aggression stems from anxiety, it almost always does. So it's tough, but if we understand that quite a lot of the time they're stressed out little creatures. Ashley has to go. Great to meet you anyway. I'll go over and check you out once I'm done here as well. And Joanne has to head off to the stores. Great to see you guys anyway. Good to see you. Right. Quickly dart through the rest of these because it's getting on for tea time. Lucky Clever Toys. This is an awesome fun channel that she makes. They make, I assume it's a she, I'm assuming it's probably not. Sorry if I've got you wrong. They make stop motion animation with Lego toys and it's so much fun. I've seen, not this one, but they've had like superhero Legos just with a little story and it looks like the biggest amount of fun. And that's it. Doug Houston YouTube. Doug Houston YT. He's the guy that I got the idea of doing this what's in my subscribers feed because that's what he did. So I'm doing that, and that was his stream last night. I think we'll just do a little bit more. Not too much. Selena plays. Selena's a good friend of mine. She is awesome, and she's doing a challenge on The Sims. Now, I don't play The Sims, I never have, but for some reason I really get into watching these challenges. So this is, at the minute in time, she's got like a family that are all Stone Age type family, and she's only using Stone Age houses and everything, and I'm not entirely sure what the whole thing is, but it sort of starts, it's like watching a soap opera. You get to know, like, watching them get together, have their families, see their pets, have parties and everything. Very weird thing to watch someone playing a game and it to feel like a soap. Nearly there. Made You Look, fantastic makeup, special effects makeup channel. I love her work. I've followed some of her tutorials for Halloween costumes. Sharon has to walk the dog. That is so important. Right, cool. Catch you later. Thank you all for dropping by. Oh, got it. Now that's really my guilty secret. A friend got me onto Dr. Pimple Popper. I can't believe I watch videos of someone popping zits. What can I say? Gord Eisman, hopefully you'll know him from when he guested in my channel. Gord's a great guy, especially for Camtasia, how to edit with that. Brian G. Johnson, you should all be watching him. And just one more I want to show you here is this guy Casually Explained. I love this channel. It's just an animation, but he explains things and it's really clever. Like, this is Casually Explained YouTube. It's really clever. So funny. Yeah. Just watch him. Just go see Casually Explained. I'll click that. And then you can tell me what you think of him. I'm not going to spoil any of it. But so funny. Right, anyway, guys, I think that's enough at looking through my subscription feed. Hopefully, there's some ideas for stuff for you to watch there, but I've got to run and get my tea. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a blast. I'm going to check on everyone news channels as well, but thank you for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome rest of the weekend, and I will catch you in the next one.